Good evening. I'd like to welcome you all to Troop 323's Eagle Court of Honor for Mr. Jeffrey Duncan. Would the Honor Guard please bring Rick and Kay Duncan forward? Will the Eagle Court Honor Guard now please bring Mr. Eagle candidate Jeffrey Duncan? Will the audience please rise for the presentation of the colors? Color Guard, advance. Color Guard, post the colors. Scout salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color Guard dismissed. Please be seated. I would now like to introduce Mr. Mike Mudry.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mike Mudry, Troop Advancement Chairman, and the Chairman of this special Court of Honor to honor Eagle candidate Jeffrey Duncan. First, I would like to introduce Shannon Simmons, who will give a benediction before we begin. Shannon.
May you pray with me, please? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful day that you've provided for us. Thank you for this evening that we can pause and honor Jeff Duncan as he's worked real hard for this great honor of Eagle Scout. Thank you so much for the opportunities that you've set before us. And this is one opportunity that Jeff has taken and has succeeded at. Please be with us through this ceremony. And it's in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Now I'd like to recognize a few individuals who are here with us tonight. First, Jeff's immediate family, his grandmothers, Mrs. Shirley Duncan and Mrs. Vita Van Dyke. If they'd please stand and be recognized. His mother, Rick and Kay Duncan. His sister Sheila and his little sister Angie, who's really looked forward to this evening so she could finally sit in the front row for the first time in her life. Okay. Mr. Bill Munson, Eagle Review Chairman for the southern part of the district. Mr. Mike Deming, former district executive. Mr. Jim Jones, Eagle or Merit Badge Counselor. Mr. Doug Entrikin, who's our staff photographer this evening. Mr. Keith Curley, a member of our troop who's been with Jeff through most of his time. And some special personal guests of Jeff's, John Hay, Assistant Cope at the camp. Mark Cantrell, Creek Director, Briley Creek Range Director, Cecil De La Rosa, Cope Administrator, I believe that is, and Sam Poindexter, Pioneer Trails Camp Director. These And last, I would like to invite all Eagle Scouts to please stand and be recognized to show that they're sharing in Jeff's accomplishments. Jeff, at this time, would you please present your mother with that flower? A rose. Ooh. As a symbol of his gratitude for all the hard work she's watched him go through and pushed him through. Okay. Next, if Mr. Larry Turkington would please come forward for the Voice of the Eagle.
This is the voice of the eagle whose heights you have struggled hard to reach. Remember well when you first came to the base of the cliff, how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back for a moment. Look down the cliff you have climbed. Look at the experiences you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences should not be forgotten. You should profit by making sure adverse experiences do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you heed its teaching. We remember when you took your first step upon the trail that leads upward. With that first step, you began to build yourself physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the Scout Oath and Law. All the while you were on the trail, we watched you study and we saw you learn by doing. First, you were only a scout. Then your brother scouts called you a tenderfoot. They were right. You were indeed a tenderfoot scout. Soon you reached the first ledge, and there you were greeted by a larger group of second-class scouts. You began to study more, you worked harder, and almost before you knew it, you came to another ledge, the ledge where first-class scouts dwell. You found a green meadow and a crystal clear stream that bathed in the sun. There you're tempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there to live in first-class glory, but your ambition stirred you on. We remember your advancement to Star Scout. The trail from first class to star rank was not as difficult as it had seemed. This spurred you on. Again you climbed further. The trail was steeper and less worn. Fewer scouts seemed to be headed in your direction. You looked down and saw the crowds below you. You looked up and saw a few above you. And with the same determination with which you started your climb, you continued up the trail. Soon you earned the badge of life rank. The heart badge was then placed on your uniform. You will never forget the thought in your heart. This feeling has been experienced by all scouts reaching the ledge of Life Scout. Now I am close to the eagle. I will carry on. The trail became tougher, but more interesting. The original principles, the Scout Oath and Law, now had further meaning. Your understanding of them was greater. Yes, we have watched your character unfold and become more manly. We have watched your leadership expand into a valuable asset. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We have watched all these things in you, and now that you are on the threshold of your goal, we welcome you. For you have done your climbing in a true scout-like manner. This is the voice of the eagle.
Now, Mr. John Bersuch, the Troop Scoutmaster, would please come forward and read the citation and letter from the National Council.
Jeff, as the current Scoutmaster of Troop 323, I have pride in offering this letter to you from the Boy Scouts of America. Mr. Jeffrey Stewart Duncan, we want to congratulate you for attaining the Eagle Award. This achievement places you in a group of outstanding citizens who have earned the right to wear the Eagle badge through diligence and hard work. You have set high standards for yourself. Now you have added the responsibility of upholding and maintaining the proud traditions of scouting. We know that you will continue to be guided in your daily living by the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. The basis for development of your own personal code of conduct could not provide better guidance and will contribute to a more meaningful life. Best wishes to you for continued success in all you do. Would you come up, please? Also have your Eagle Scout certificate. Has satisfactorily completed the requirements and is hereby certified as an Eagle Scout by the Boy Scouts of America. You want to light your candle?
Before proceeding any farther, I'd like to briefly give an overview of Jeff Duncan's scouting history. Jeff Duncan started his road to Eagle as a Cub Scout, going through the ranks and earning the Arrow of Light by getting all 15 skill awards and earning the unofficial 15er at that time. After bridging to Boy Scouts, he steadily progressed to Eagle, earning 28 merit badges. Additionally, he is a warrior with paint in a tribe of Mickasay, a Brotherhood member of the Tagamet Lodge at Order the Arrow. He has a God and Country Religious Award and has served as a volunteer at Cub Day Camp for 3 years and on camp staff at Camps Nash and Bartle since 1989. If Frank Stanley would please come forward, give the rededication of the Scout Oath.
Scout Jeff Duncan, you will now rededicate yourself by repeating the Scout Oath. Resolve to uphold forever its principles with the same ambition and preservation that has brought you this far. So now. Scout sign. Yeah, just the oath.
On my honor, I will do my best, do my duty, guide my country, to obey Scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
We are now ready to have you join the ranks of Eagle Scouts. Before doing so, however, we ask you to recommit yourself to Scouting's essential principles. Mr. Mike Baker will assist you by delivering the Eagle Charge.
I have a few important questions here to ask you before we continue on with this ceremony. And you're supposed to respond, or I will, I do, or
Hoping this is an essay test.
whatever comes to mind. Jeff, do you realize that you will have a greater responsibility as an Eagle Scout? You have met the technical requirements climbing up the ladder to Eagle, and all the requirements that needs to be met to satisfactorily meet this requirement, which qualifies you for a leadership responsibility. Are you willing to accept this responsibility towards your brother scouts, your troop, your district, your council, and others along the way?
I am.
As an Eagle Scout, those who know you will expect your daily personal conduct to show fully the spirit of the Scout Oath and Law. Jeff, will you do your best as an Eagle Scout to live to the Scout Oath and Law in your daily life?
I will.
It is my pleasure to now confer upon you the award of the Eagle Scout, but, however, I am sure that everyone will agree there are some other special people in our audience that needs to stand beside you as this privilege of conducting the final step of the Eagle Award is presented to you. Jeff, will your family, your mother, Kay, Dad Rick, and the others please come forward? Would the Scoutmaster of Troop 323 please come forward and stand beside Jeff? Quite a moment, isn't it? Quite a lot of people up here. I had the privilege and honor last Friday evening, going back to Camp Bartle, to watch a very dear friend of mine be elevated in the tribe of Mickasay. It was quite an honor for me to just sit there and watch him be receiving the white paint. In the closing notes of the great chief of the tribe of Mickasay to the honorary warriors and other warriors that were being inducted that night, he quoted another great scout leader. That scout leader says the same thing that comes from my heart. Nothing honors us leaders more than to have one of our scouts be presented the Eagle Badge. That's up there top on the list. Secondly is watching our fellow scouts be honored by the tribe of Mickasay in the tribal council. And thirdly is watching those young scouts climb that trail that leads them up to that rank of Eagle. And each time they pass a rank, it is an honor. Tonight, that honor is for you, Jeff. And that honor can only be presented by your Scoutmaster. John, would you please pin the badge of Eagle on Jeff? Congratulations. Let's stop there for a few moments. Do you know your sisters have made quite a few sacrifices for you as you've gone out on camp outs and camp staff and over to Camp Nash participating in events and so forth? And they've helped you in a small way, fulfilling the functions that needed to be done so that you could climb that ladder to Eagle. Your sister, Sheila, has an honor to give you tonight by giving you the Eagle Scarf. And Angie, there's a neckerchief slide down there. The neckerchief slide that honors an Eagle Scout. No words can recognize the support that a family needs to give to a scout. Rick, your privilege tonight is to honor your son with his certificate.
Congratulations.
Lastly, but not least, your mother gets an extra pin. Jeff, it is your honor to recognize her by taking the mother's pin and pinning it on her mother's ribbon at this time. I have to order another tenderfoot to get this thing. No Scout Court of Honor is final. Without the traditional mother's kiss. There's also one more pin down there, Jeff. This is your time to honor your dad with a special Eagle tie pin. Would you present that to him now?
People are doing this to me on purpose.
All right. Okay, your duties have finished, but Jeff, you have to stay here just a moment. Thank you for coming on stage. Whoa, right there. No Eagle Scout should stand alone. He should have the support of others. So at this time, I would like for all Eagle Scouts, past and present, please rise. And in your own mind, and with silence, follow through as I give the Eagle Pledge to Jeff. Jeff, you will repeat after me. Scout sign. I, Mike Baker, repeat your name.
I, Jeff Duncan.
All right. Realize the obligation of my fellow Eagles,
Realize the obligation of my fellow Eagles,
my home, my country, and my God.
my home, my country, and my God.
I will at all times do my best
I will at all times do my best
to assist other scouts
to assist other scouts
who are climbing the trail to Eagle,
who are climbing the trail to Eagle,
and to give back more to scouting than it has given to me,
and to give back more to scouting than it has given to me,
and to assist my troop as much as possible,
and to assist my troop as much as possible,
and to be living example of the Scout oath and law
and to be a living example of Scout oath and law
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
2. Congratulations. Thank you, fellow Eagle Scouts. You may sit down. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor and other Eagle Scouts, it is my privilege and pleasure to declare Jeff Duncan an Eagle Scout for here and forever. Thank you. Just a minute. One more charge that I personally believe in, and I usually give to all my Eagle Scouts. Jeff, be an Eagle Scout, a true Eagle Scout, not just another scout with an Eagle badge. Congratulations.
Now it is my honor and privilege to introduce our keynote speaker. Mr. Dewey Stanley is no stranger to scouting. He's originally from Carrollton, Missouri. Carrollton. I'm a Yankee, excuse me. I pronounce all the letters. And himself was a Boy Scout and went all the way up through the rank of life. Moved to Lee Summit in 1966. Became involved with PAC 323 back in 1978 and was a Weeble leader not once but twice. He became Troop 323 Scoutmaster in 1981 and served in that position through 1991. He holds a Wood Badge, Training Award, Scouter's Key, Silver Acorn, and the Council Award of Merit. He is married to the former June Kirker of Carrollton, and his sons, and they have two sons, Neil and Frank, who are both Eagles. It is now my honor to present Dewey.
Rick, I got two of them, you never wear them. You never wear a tie. Give us money, right? Anyway, when Jeff started planning this, his mother said, well, what about the guest speaker? And I said, boy, that can be anybody you want. She said he wants you. Now, didn't I mess up? I'm definitely not a speaker, and you all will probably, well, I'm going to ad-lib a few things here. And when he asked me, I was just very pleased that he would say he wanted me to be one, but he knows how I talk. Jeff, you finally made it. You made the Eagle. Took us a long time. There was a time or two there that it was touch and go. The council said, oh, he's too old, and well, he's not too old. He got it all done. His mom cried a couple of times. Mike Mudder went over and fought. I don't think they actually know what the book says about being 18, but anyway, you are an Eagle Scout. They'll never take that away from you. Never. And I've watched you from Cub Scouts. Like they said, I was involved in the pack a long time ago. We won't go into how far back that was, but you've just done the scouting movement very proud. You've accomplished something that very few scouts ever accomplish. 2%, I think, nationally or council-wide, but in our troop, I tried to figure it out today, I think it's probably pretty close to 10%. And then I believe it's our leaders and our program that keeps the kids coming back to make Eagle. That's what I think. It's like I say, 2 out of every 100 Boy Scouts become Eagle. And in our troop, I figured on the last camp out, we had 14 since I've been the Scoutmaster, or 16, we figured it out. Anyway, we got quite a few. Right now, this ceremony is just a bunch of words for you, Jeff. It's probably something you just come back from camp just to please your mom. You made your Eagle, you got it. You know, what's a ceremony? It's something that you'll remember. Fred Sheezer back there is taking a video of it, and you'll look at it forever. For the rest of your whole life, you'll look at it. And that's me. But anyway, you'll be looked up to by all the scouts from now on. That boy's an Eagle Scout. That man is an Eagle Scout, I should say. You're not a boy any longer. You did make 18. About today you made Eagle. But you'll have all the respect of every leader, and all the leaders out here in this audience that's got anything to do with Scouts will have more respect for you now, a little bit more respect for you because you are an Eagle. they know that you've went that extra mile, we'll say. Just because it's hard work. There's no doubt about it. It's very hard work to become an Eagle Scout in Boy Scouts. I first met you, like I say, you and your parents, you were in Cub Scouts. You earned the Aero Light. Then you graduated to Boy Scouts, and boy, you were mine then. Because I believe I was Scoutmaster, wasn't I? Whew. We just couldn't get Jeff to advance, though. He would stay there, and he would do anything in the world you asked him to do except get rank. I believe he was first class for almost 2 years. Well, you seen the way he lit a candle. I believe it was 2 years before we ever got him off of first class. He made star. He done campouts, everything. He just great, but he just didn't like advancement. And maybe that's why it was 18 when he made Eagle, or made Eagle just before he was 18. I'll clarify that. To make that, you say a bunch of words like, on my honor, I will do my best. Well, you done your best. To make Eagle, to me, is the best. There's nothing any more proud than being Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. It's a lot of, like I say, it's a lot of work, but that's the best there is. You also say, there's Scout is trustworthy. Well, everyone knows you're trustworthy. You can do anything that we ask you to do, have done in the past. Scout is helpful. That's another law, and you proved that by going to H.O. Bartle for, I think they said, 4 years, 5 years? Cub Day Camp, helping your mom and the other leaders for 3 or 4 years? Yeah, 4. First class Scout again. 4. Okay, Scout is cheerful. Well, if anyone knows Jeff, he knows it's cheerful. I just picked out a few of the laws, but most of the Boy Scouts and the leaders, they know what the laws are, and Jeff has lived up to the laws to its fullest extent. He also lived by the outdoor code, and it says, be clean in my outdoor manners, be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation-minded. Every camp out we go on, Jeff missed very, very few. I can't ever remember you missing hardly any. Well, yeah, but we don't hold that against you. We always try to teach the boys to live up to the outdoor code. We have a leader back here that he breathes that. So it's sort of instilled in the boys that that's how we do. And like I say, Jeff is just number one. There's been no problem whatsoever. And to get to be an Eagle Scout, you've earned at least 21 merit badges. I think they said Jeff had 28, which is great, but you have to have 21. That's by council. Some of the badges you probably thought were sort of stupid. Now, basketry, have you ever made another basket since the first day of camp? Wait a minute, I'm coming to that. But have you made a badge? Now, Mick thinks the sculpture and merit badge is the top. He thinks that's the one. But anyway, some of them you've learned will maybe someday save a life or possibly your own on the way up, and I think that's great. Is that Scout has fun with knowledge. We make it all fun, but you do learn something. I think you have. Learned how to make a basket, didn't you, Mick? And a dog and a head. When Jeff first come to Scouts, I'll tell you what, you just couldn't believe. We couldn't recognize Jeff without this. Now I'm going to tell you, you people think this hat has been around the world. And I know you're not supposed to put a hat on in church, but I'm going to make an exception. Because everywhere we would go, you never wore it backwards back then. Everywhere we'd go, we'd always look for that JC hat. That was Jeff's trademark. I even tried to buy the hat once, just so we could burn it. We've tried begging him out of it. and I was worried it wasn't going to be here tonight. Just, because like I say, that's Jeff. Right, Corey, am I right? That's Jeff, right? And somehow, the nickname JYD come out of that hat. Now, I have no idea how. I don't know if I started or what did me. I started it. There was never anything bad about it. It was, what was it? Junkyard Duncan, wasn't it? There's no disrespect whatsoever. But JYD, it just wasn't it. It just came out. I don't know how it did. But I have, like I say, it's just, the ball cap is Jeff. I even tried to get kids to steal it at night. He would not, he slept in the hat. It's just unbelievable that the kid, that was his hat. That was his Boy Scouting right there. That's it. Jeff, I'm done. I tell you what, like I say, I've been involved with the troop for a lot of years. I've seen a lot of Eagles go, but when one of my boys make it, like Mike said, that's to me is the tops. I've got 2 sons that's Eagle Scout, and I've got 3. I've got 4 out there, 5 out there, 6. I've got a lot of boys that I watched make Eagle, and to me it's the proudest day of my life.
Now it's time.
I'll take it first.
Now it's your turn? It's my turn. Okay. Now it is time for our troop's newest Eagle Scout, Jeff Duncan, to come forward and say a few words in his own defense. Jeffrey?
Sat down and wrote this speech while I was at scout camp, and most of it was taken by people who have spoken since then. I should have known better. You will notice that I did bring the hat. I had planned on bringing the hat since scout camp, and I didn't plan on wearing it mainly because I thought it was going to fall apart. Another reason I decided not to wear it is because, well, I'm not exactly the same scout that I was when I first wore that hat. Let's see. First thing, this hat is 10 years old. I wore it first when I was in baseball, just before I got into scouting, really. And blah, 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 blah. Hi, my name's Jeff Duncan. And I'm an Eagle Scout. I'm not afraid to admit it either, okay. Anyway, since that time, I've grown. I've learned a lot about life, about scouting, and about myself. I am the way I am because of scouting. No. Partially, actually. I think insanity runs in the family, Mom. Anyway, scouting helped me grow into being a normal member of society. At an early age, turned out to be sort of more advanced, more intellectual than normal scouts. It's put me in one of those smart groups that instantly gets you bumped into the OG who wants to talk to him group. And when Mom had me choose between baseball and scouting, I think it's mostly because I was such a pitiful player. The only time I remember hitting the ball is when I held the bat up in front of me to keep from getting hit in the face. So, anyway, scouting gave me a group of people that I could fit in with. When I joined Scouts, I always wanted to get the highest achievements, set myself apart from others. That's why I'm up here now, albeit several years later than I should be. So now I'm an Eagle Scout, and I can say that. I think I could say that even without the badge. You may not understand this, but Eagle's more than a badge, it's an attitude. I know several people who are Eagle Scouts without the badge, and I know several people who just have the badge. You see, being Eagle Scout is much more than earning badges and passing requirements. Being Eagle is learning about life, respecting it, trying to understand it. Being an Eagle also requires more than just being a Scout. An Eagle learns about the world around him. He takes in life and the world and his friends because these are what are important. The Eagle badge and its requirement try to teach these things. The opportunities are present. In my experiences, I spent 4 years on staff at H. Rowe Bartle. You get a lot of time to think when you're in the wilderness, out of the city, away from the world. Sometimes you think too much. I first went down to staff at the request of Mike Deming at Nash. It felt good, and I felt welcome, so the next year I went to staff again. This time at H. Rowe Bartle, because one of my friends decided he wanted to go down on staff. Well, we had quite a few experiences and several moments. You remember the door, Jeff? Anyway, I enjoy staff. It gives me time to be with new friends, take in some more experiences. This year, staff gave me time to think, sort out what would become an entirely too confusing life. Some things aren't sorted out, and with college coming, I doubt life will be simple anytime soon. But I was able to make peace with that part of me that misses one of my best friends. This time also let me realize what an Eagle Scout truly is, that attitude. I don't know exactly when I gained this attitude, but I would like to take time to thank some of the people who I've come to realize helped me understand. I'd like to thank Dewey and Turk. Your playful antics and demonstrations of leadership helped me become a strong character. I'd like to thank Mike Baker for being a guiding force, leading me to take responsibility and leadership. I'd like to thank Mike Deming for exposing me to the staff life that I love. I thank Jeff, Zach, Danny, and all my friends for throwing me off guard, making me enjoy myself, and teaching me how to take risks. Thank John Hay for making me laugh when I didn't want to, for giving me the energy I need to be on staff, and for showing me new roads that I've yet to explore. I thank my good friend, Justin Gates, for being there while he could, for teaching me about life, and for simply smiling and putting up with us all those years. I thank him for teaching me how mortal we are and how precious our time is. I also thank Linda Gates for letting us wreck her house time and time again, for feeding us ungodly amounts of pizza, and for letting me cry. I thank God for giving me the strength to live through my experiences and for guiding our lives. And lastly, I thank Sarah Mitchell for being my best friend, for helping me through my fears and sorrows, for being there to hold and cry on, for her patience, and for allowing me to embarrass her right now. Hello, Sarah. I'd like to thank you all for coming. I can't honestly say that I know all of you, but thanks anyway. There was no real outline on what to say, so I guess I'm just going to be done now. My mom is now going to embarrass me with a slideshow and a poem and just general embarrassing moments that I would not care to remember. So,
Dewey's got it?
Yeah, I can't do much. I can bring this up. Putting on those 3 pieces of paper.
I don't know.
I'm going to get to see the audience if you all want to look at me and seriously think, wow, that's the one. Yeah, don't get a mic. Where are the lights? The door.
So, as a mother, I get the last word, almost. Going through all the Eagle papers, I saw this poem, and it really impressed me, and I wanted to do something with it. Is it ready, Sheila? Okay, 18 years ago, our son was born, and we had dreams of what he'd do. We thanked the Lord for such a gift and prayed our dreams would come true. 8 years went by, then scouting called. He donned a Cub Scout uniform. And when he earned his arrow of light, the feeling we possessed was warm. Then he became a tenderfoot. By the way, he can light a match. And resolutely started out to learn and live the scouting law and to become an Eagle Scout. He hiked the hot and dusty trails. He camped out in the cold and the snow. He learned to live with other scouts who, as he aged, helped him to grow. He learned to follow and then to lead, to help those who came after him, though sometimes he required a shove and many times the Eagle Trail grew dim. As we stand here beside our son, we're thankful for each helping hand. Tonight, because so many of you cared, he stands where only eagles can stand. God bless you men and women who took time to stop and give him a hand. We started with a little eager boy. We've been given back a man. Thank you.
Some of those were stunt double Jeffs. I don't claim them.
Was he ever that tender? A little bit of guilt.
Can we have lights, please? Lights? That one don't work. Smarter than I am. No. Got more ceremony, do we?
Push it in there.
There you go. Jeff, it says here I get to take a free shot, and after that, what can I say but congratulations. It's been fun. Okay, following the retiring of the colors, you are all invited to stay for a reception to honor Jeff, our newest Eagle Scout, which will be held in the hallway. Jeremy?
Will the audience please rise? Scout sign of your heart. And now, may the blessings of our Heavenly Scoutmaster rest upon each of us and all the regular Scouts. May we follow the trail that leads to Him. 2. Jeff? Go. Stop. Forgot about what's. Will the color guard advance? Color guard, retire the colors.
Well, how do we do? Okay. Yeah, you're supposed to kind of put it the way it was.
Hey, the candles from the deal and the 4 bolts, 2 on each side, sitting over here.
Fun. We've got a lot of chairs.
We'll get the boys down there and move the chairs. We'll turn the microphone off.
Gar-